Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Nelson Field here in Austin, Texas for yet another Trojan baseball district home game back here at Nelson Field, this time taking on the Eagles of Cedar Creek. Eagles enter at 7-9, 2-2 in district play. The Trojans are 11-5, 4-0 in district play. Of course, that is good enough for first place here in District 24 here in 5A. Region 3, if you want to know. Tied for first place, McCallum also comes in at 4-0. As I said, the Eagles are 7-9, 2-2 in the games that count. They swept Crockett. Both of those games were 9-2. Then they dropped a series of games against Bastrop, 6-5, and then their most recent game a week ago today, as everybody's coming off of spring break, was 12-2. Anderson, coming into this one, as I said, 4-0, has been playing some excellent baseball of late. Their first district game was a little sluggish, 2-0, and an absolute gem for Ben Wasteman. And then they've really come alive since then. Followed that up with a 13-run win over Lhasa, a 12-run win over Crockett, and a 17-0 win over the Crockett Cougars last time out. That pushed the Trojan record to 11-5. But both of these teams see in action for the first time since the spring break, playing each a Monday-Tuesday series and taking the week and coming back over here. And we will have 3 baseball games this week for you on Vype. And it looks like we are getting ready for our national anthem. Yes, okay. We're going to do the national anthem. We'll throw it to PA. When we come back, we'll take you through the defense for the Trojans. We are glad you're with us. Jack Farrell here. And here we go. Here are starting lineups, starting with Isaiah Cancino, the center fielder. right, there we go. Got our lineups and the anthem. We'll go ahead and run through them if you missed anything. We'll start with the Trojan defense because that's what we will see first. On the mound here is Ben Wasteman, who has just been tremendous throughout the season and here in district play. Obviously, the complete game shutout gem against Lawson, which he also provided himself with an insurance run, but with how well he was pitching, he didn't even need it. The one run Anderson had at the time would have been plenty, but Ben Wasteman on the mound, Derek Paez behind the plate, Brady Fleming over at first base, Colin Haynes at second, Connor Como at short, and J.J. Velasquez at third base. J.J. not in the batting order today, but playing in the field. Over in left field, James Cole, Judea Colson in center, and Gus Beggart in right. And DHing tonight is Leo Trevino. The batting order here for Cedar Creek is Isaiah Cancino leading off and playing in center field. Second, Eric Rosales at first base. Jacob Borrego, the shortstop, hitting third. Roman Olvera didn't write down his position, but Roman is the catcher. Michael Ibarbo, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Hitting sixth, Laud Reyes, the pitcher. And the bottom of the order hitting seventh, Preston Figueroa, the second baseman. Eighth, Arturo Rodriguez, the left fielder. And Joseph Moreno, the DH. Playing out in right field is Peyton Figueroa. He will not be in the batting order, of course, but we are ready to go here from Nelson Field. A 5 o'clock first pitch. And it is 5 o'clock right now. One of the first truly toasty days of the calendar here in late March. 88 degrees as we stand now. There's a little bit of wind, not nearly as much as we've seen at the beginning of the season, only up to around 10 miles an hour. We were seeing 25-mile-an-hour gusts our last time when we were at Burger Field in that first game of the Crockett Series. But here we go. Cancino comes to the plate. Wasteman's first pitch is swung on and hit out in the air to center field, charging up and making the catch for out number one. One pitch went out. Judea Colson there on the fly out to center field. We have one away. Not a bad start. You can't quite see it, but I'm just noticing this. There's another scoreboard to the right of the main scoreboard here. As Eric Rosales comes to the plate, first pitch is there for strike one. There's a smaller scoreboard to the next of it. It says home guest. Then there's a timer on it. And the only other thing is halves. As that one misses low and away. And for the life of me, I can't think of what that could possibly be for. Can you play cricket on a baseball field? Is cricket timed? Here's the 1-1 pitch as that's hit on the ground. Haynes ranges over. Takes the tough hop and throws it over to first base for out number one, Brady Fleming. On the 4-3 putout, Colin Haynes making the play. And we quickly have two away for Ben Wasteman. Yeah, score, time, and halves on a baseball diamond. If you're not familiar with the Nelson Athletic Complex, there's a whole football field right behind us with a track and a goal posts, soccer nets, a big AISD scoreboard with all the fixins. It's going to bother me. I don't know why I haven't noticed it before, but that's chopped to first base. Easy put out, 1-2-3 inning. Brady Fleming is there for the unassisted put out. And Ben Wasteman sends the Eagles down in order. 1-2-3. And very efficient, I might add. Brings the Trojans to the plate. Reyes on the mound here for the Eagles. Connor Como, Derek Paez, and James Cole will lead things off for this hot-hitting Anderson Trojan lineup. I'm not great at math, but I'm going to try to do some on the fly. Was a radio, television, and film major. I'll admit that right now. $34-7 plus 17, 44, 51. Yeah, Anderson is outscoring district opponents 51-7. 51-7 is pretty good. It was stressful. I was doing Simple Addition live with an audience, presumably. Can't go well. Took a class in college called Intro to Mathematics. That's true. Introduction to Mathematics. I was 19 years old or so. And there were a lot of athletes in that class. And I'm pretty sure I got a B. So that's who you're dealing with. But Reyes to the mound. Connor Como coming to the plate. Derek Paez, James Cole, Gus Beggart, if we get to him. And with the way this Trojan offense has looked, don't be surprised. They're 4-0 with the shutout. 2 shutouts for that matter, and 3 run rules. It's pretty dominant. As Como takes the first pitch, and that'll be in there for strike one. Connor doesn't love the call, but the call is the call. 0-1 to the Trojan leadoff man. He's taken first 2 pitches, 1 a ball, 1 a strike. The count even now. The 1-1. Como has taken the first 3 pitches he's seen. The 2-1. As that one hit on a line, but right to the shortstop. A little bit of bad luck for Connor Como, and there's one away. Paez to the plate, the Trojan catcher. One out to Paez. Two 0. Big swing and a miss at that one downstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike to Paez, the Anderson catcher. That one in on the hands. The count goes 3-1. The 3-1 offering is fouled off, and the count goes full. The 3-2 pitch is on the outside edge, a called third strike. Paez had tossed the bat. And Laude Reyes has his first strikeout of the game. Cole, the left fielder. First pitch swinging, fouls it off as that one rolls back out to the pitcher. The 0-1. Reyes drops that one into the zone. Strike 2. The 0-2. That one hit on the ground, ranging over as a shortstop. It clips off his glove, and no throw will be made, so a 2-out base runner. Been a tough play. Brings Beggart to the plate. First pitch to Beggart. 0-1 here for the Trojan right fielder. Beggart steps back in. And throw back over. As that ball leaks away from Cole, or from the first baseman. Cole is back safely. Rosales, the first baseman here for the Eagles. The 0-1. Beggart watches that one downstairs. As that one hit on the ground, foul, just on the wrong side of the third base. And the count 1-2 to Beggart. That one hit on the ground to third base. Third baseman able to catch it. It kind of ice cream coned. Or snow cone, whatever they call that, but stumbling on the playing surface allows Beggart to reach first base. And here's the pitcher, Wasteman, to the plate. So runner in scoring position for Wasteman, who turns on that one, sends a foul. As that one gets away, both runners are going to advance. Now, it's an 0-2 count, but runners at an extra one in scoring position here for Wasteman. And with a couple more baseballs. It's Will Livingston bringing him out to the umpire. The 0-2. As Wasteman hits this one hard on the ground, playable to short. The throw over is high and in time. So the Trojans will strand two off the base hit and the error, neither of which left the infield. But the Trojans send 5 to the plate. Can't send one across home, though, and it remains scoreless. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Cedar Creek Eagles. So we head now to the second inning. Loudy. Saying Louday. Was getting a little too Latin on him. But, you know, working through a 2-out jam. As Reyes exits the mound in the first inning, cum laude. Hey. But Weisman out for another inning of work. Both getting the 3 outs they needed in the first inning, but a lot more traffic for the Trojans on the base paths. An efficient 1-2-3 for Weisman the first time up, but it'll be Roman Olvera, Michael LaBarbo, and Eladi Reyes due up. Here we go into the second inning. And catcher Olvera comes to the plate. This is the first pitch to Olvera in there for strike one. The 0-2. That one upstairs. The 1-2 from Weisman. Count now 2-2. Weisman now looking in. The 2-2. Count goes full. The full count pitch is swung on and missed. As that one pays off for Ben Weisman as he picks up his first strikeout of the day, and there's one away. That brings Michael LaBarbo to the plate, the third baseman. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike one. Weisman's 0-1 pitch. One misses outside. Now a ball and a strike here to the Eagle third baseman. The 2-1. Wave that and miss. Had him fooled there. As the count evens 2-2. Weisman looking to send down the fifth straight Cedar Creek batter he's faced. The 2-2. That one fouled off, and we'll do it again here. We stay 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out, and this one is hit high in the air and out of play and onto the football field. The 2-2. Good take there as Ibarbo stays alive as the count goes full. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Weisman wins that battle. Brings Reyes to the plate. And Laudy Reyes to the plate now. His first at-bat, of course, on the mound on the other side for Cedar Creek. Is that one hit on the ground to second baseman? Taking it on the couple hops is Haynes. Flip over to first base. And Brady Fleming in the side is retired. A quick third out, but a couple high pitch counts to Olvera and Ibarbo. Weisman able to get them on strikes, but still. Through 6 outs, I should say, and Weisman's faced the minimum. Laudy Reyes just made that final out. Will come back to the bump for inning number 2. Had some bad luck in the first inning. 2 base runners, both on batted balls that didn't leave the infield. And one of them was certainly an error. One of them, I'm being generous and ruling as a single. I think it would have been a tough throw to get Cole, but still, it's more pitches that have to be thrown in the game and more outs that have to be manufactured. But here for the Trojans, they're headed towards the back half of the order, the bottom of the order. Colin Haynes, Brady Fleming, and Leo Trevino coming to the plate. 6, 7, and 8. Judea Colson batting 4th in the inning. As he said, Haynes coming to the plate. Reyes, first offering of the second inning, is fouled off, and again onto the football field. 0-1 to Colin Haynes. Ball and a strike here to Haynes. The 1-1 from Reyes. That one misses downstairs. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Reyes working quickly. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded, and the throw over is in time for out number 1. The right side, or the left side of the infield has been very busy in the early going for Cedar Creek. Is Fleming to the plate. First baseman here for Anderson. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Is that one hit in the air out to left, drifting back on it, and settling underneath it to make the play is Arturo Rodriguez, and there's 2 down now for Anderson. Trevino to the plate. Colson on deck, and the top of the order in the hole. Let's see if we get to it. Trevino DHing, hitting 8th. He takes it his first pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0. That one hit on the ground to second off the end of the bat. Trevino hauling down the first base line, but not going to be able to get there. And it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the second anything for Laudy Reyes. Reyes getting a lot of ground ball outs. He's generated a ground ball against 6 of the 8 batters that he's faced. Rather, 5 of the 8. Como hit a ball pretty hard, but right to the shortstop. Paez struck out and Fleming flew out. We head now to the third inning. It'll be 7, 8, 9, the bottom of the order here, due up for Cedar Creek. Ben still out there for the Trojans, and why wouldn't he be? Preston Figueroa, the second baseman, will lead things off. Arturo Rodriguez, the left fielder, and Joseph Moreno. That is the 3 here for Cedar Creek. Moreno, the DH. Figueroa coming to the plate. Second baseman. See, he steps into the box, the right-handed hitter. First pitch from Weisman finds the zone. It's strike 1. Coming back quickly. And down 0-2 is Figueroa. The 0-2 pitch. And when hit in the air, that's going to get out of play. As Figueroa steps back into the box. Weisman looks in. His 0-2. That one hit hard and over the concession stand. Another 0-2. Beautiful breaking ball there, and Ben Weisman froze him for his second strikeout of the game. Nope, make that his third. Brings Rodriguez to the plate. As that one hit hard out to left, but a little bit of bad luck as it drops right into the glove of James Cole, and there's 2 away. So a quick second out as here's Moreno coming to the plate. The last batter in the order here for Cedar Creek. It's Preston Figueroa playing second, Peyton Figueroa playing in right. Peyton in right field is not in the batting order here. His first pitch in there to Moreno was called strike. The Trojans have J.J. Velasquez playing in the field at third base, out of the batting order. Paez liked that pitch. Got it where he wanted it. Of course, it was outside. That one upstairs. 2-1. The 2-1. Slapped foul. The 2-2. Chopped back to Weisman. Ben there. Underhands this one over to Fleming, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cedar Creek. Through 3 innings. And Ben Weisman has retired all the batters he's faced. Back in here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Anderson Trojans. This ballpark's starting to fill up here. You know, these early games are tough for people to make. But Laudy Reyes back out on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Went and sent the Trojans down in order in the bottom of the 2nd. If you're just joining us, I believe you can rewind and go watch the rest of it. But if you want to stay live, I would love to have you. Come pull up a chair. Trojans had a little 2-out rally going in the first. A couple ground balls that were battered around by the Eagle defense. Nothing came of it as Weisman grounded out to end the 1st inning. And then 1-2-3. 1-2-3 in the 2nd inning for the pitcher Laudy Reyes. And for Ben Weisman, the pitcher, he's seen 9 batters. He's retired 9 batters. His first pitch swinging sends this one high in the air in the infield, drifting back and backpedaling to make the play is Preston Figueroa for out number 1. It was Judea Colson retired on the first pitch. Brings Como to the plate. Probably the hardest hit ball of the game so far for Anderson was Como, but it went straight at the shortstop Borrego. Laudy Reyes. Como fouls this one off. Ball and a strike. Reyes has retired the last 5 Trojans that he's seen. The 1-1. As Como gets a hold of that one out to center field. But that one is playable. Isaiah Cancino is there. And there are 2 down now here. Brings Paez to the plate. Paez fouls off this pitch. 2nd time at the plate. Was called out on strikes back in the 1st inning. The 0-1. As that one skips in the dirt and all the way over to the backstop, but no traffic for Anderson to take advantage of it. The 1-1. Paez moves back at that one. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Both teams looking to get something going offensively. The 2-1 pitch. As Paez fouls this one off. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. This game is swimming along. Trojans have, well, he first hears the 2-2. Is that one hit on a line and going to drop for a base hit out to center field. Paez a big turn around first base, but he will hold up there, and the Trojans with their first well-struck ball of the evening. Bringing up James Cole to the plate. I'm a generous scorer. So I scored this. There was an infield single, and I just think would have been the shortstop ranging, you know, from the right to his left. He would have had to make a gnarly jump throw, so I went ahead and scored James Cole as a single. As Cole punches this one on the ground, that'll be foul. But all that is to say, Derek Paez, it's the first true blue hit of the ball game for Anderson. We've had a couple of base runners. Arguably, both of them were on errors. Now the third is Derek Paez. And Anderson trying to get together another 2-out rally as Paez scampers back to the bag. And James Cole is looking at a 1-ball and 1-strike count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. As Reyes. They've got Paez picked off, and he is out at second base. Or rather, that was a Hatcher on the base paths there for the Trojans, but the runner acting as Derek Paez thrown out on the bases. So coming up in the bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be James Cole, Gus Beggart, and Ben Weisman. But for now, it's the top of the order. Isaiah Cancino coming to the plate along with Eric Rosales and Jacob Borrego. Those guys are a combined 0 for 3 as Ben Weisman continues to truck along. He's out there for his 4th inning of work. Weisman's been good. Already with 3 strikeouts. He's faced the minimum. It's a big week for baseball. An opening day getting started by the next time we are together. That'll be Friday out at Cedar Creek, which is not a town. It's not a city. It's not a village. It is a CDP, a census-designated place. So on Friday, we will all be going to a place. The house that Alfred Collins built. But we move along here. That'll be, I believe, a 7 o'clock first pitch. I'll be able to make that one, that late one, as it is a Friday night. Anderson also going on the road to Dripping Springs, to Drip. Another one of our schools we broadcast on Vype Live. We will have that one for you, even though it's not a district game. Of course, a former district foe. If you want to go ahead and do some advanced scouting, Melvin Jones does a great job with Dripping Springs Sports, their baseball team. I assume that they're either playing a game right now or later on tonight. Here's the 1-0. The 2-0. That one scooped over the infield and down for a base hit. The first hit of the ball game belongs to Isaiah Cancino. And there's our base runner aboard, the leadoff man. With the meat of the order coming up here as Eric Rosales comes to the plate. Is that one downstairs? That one is a fair ball. As he throw is high but in time. As there's J.J. Velasquez, first time we've called his name. The runner advances to second base, and there's one down. As Waisman steps off. As Waisman gets the sign, his pitch. That one hit hard and foul. The 0-2 pitch. Beautiful. No, that's the 0-1 pitch, but a beautiful breaking ball nonetheless. That one hit on the line, foul down the first base line. As Borrego sitting in an 0-2 hole, down with your runner at second base. It's Cancino. The 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. The throw from Paez is not in time. The 1-2. Misses 2-2. The 2-2. And downstairs, now 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. That one hit on the ground. Como going to go home with it. Throw is high. And their first run of the game comes across. They're going to go down to second and trying to get the runner advancing, and he'll be safe there. So the Eagles strike first. Still one out here in the top of the fourth. Curveball in there, strike one. Olvera at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The 0-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike two. The 1-2. In there, strike three. They throw back to second. Runner back safe. But Olvera down on strikes for the second time, and there's two away here in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Ibarbo is strike. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Second out back in the second inning. Comes to the plate now with two down in the top of the fourth. Barbeau fouled off the last one, so we'll do it again. Do 1-2. Breaking ball misses for ball 2. There's been a few close ones. Really good pitches for Ben Weisman. 2-2. One misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a defensive swing there, hitting that one sky high and foul. The 3-2 misses, ball 4. The long inning continues here for Weisman. Brings Laudy Reyes to the plate. First pitch swinging is Reyes. Haynes is there at second. The throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning. But a run comes home for Cedar Creek as a result of a leadoff single from Isaiah Cancino, and then Anderson throwing the ball around the infield a little bit. Coming home on a fielder's choice and a throwing error. But Weisman limits the damage. Just the 1 run as we head now to the bottom of the 4th. The Trojans will have 3, 4, and 5 due up. James Cole. As Derek Paez singled with 2 outs, and Ben Hatcher thrown out on the bases. Laudy Reyes comes back out for another inning of work. In other news, Russell Wilson, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, is signed with the New York Giants. Do you care? Not sure if I do. But Reyes comes to the plate. He's through 3 complete. And Weisman was perfect through the first 3. Eagles were able to get to him a little bit in the 4th. Pretty similar story for Laudy Reyes. Trojans hoping to get to him a little bit here in the 4th inning. The 1-0 is popped up. Drifting back and ceding to the right fielder. Peyton Figueroa settles under it for out number 1. Brings Beggart to the plate. Gus. His first time up, reached on an error. First pitch swinging. Fouls it off. It's 0-1. The 0-1. As Beggert hits this one on a line, but right out to center field, and there for the catch. For out number 2 is Isaiah Cancino. It's been that kind of day for Anderson. Just haven't been able to get much going here on offense. First pitch to Waisman misses. Ben 0 for 1 with a ground out. Upstairs 2-0. That one bends in there, strike 1. Waisman fouls it off. Now count even 2-2. Good job by Reyes working back into it. Evens the count here. Good take there from Waisman as that one misses up and away. It's now 3-2. Colin Haynes on deck. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The payoff pitch. Waisman fouls it off. Another one coming here. The 3-2. As Waisman waves at it and misses. The catcher doesn't see it. Waisman's going to reach. As that one bounced away from the catcher, Olvera. He thought it was bouncing back towards the backstop. Instead, it caromed forward. And Waisman strikes out, swinging, but he's able to reach. Brings Haynes to the plate. Waisman comes out. It's Hayes Atkins, number 3 there at first base. Runner goes, pitches upstairs, and bobble on the transfer. It's a base. It is a base. And a runner in scoring position here for Anderson, Hayes Atkins. Thievery on the base paths. Ball and a strike now to Haynes as Colin reaches down for this one, sends it into foul territory, but the foul territories here are big, and that one will get over the fence and into the stands. Big foul territories and the most ridiculous hill you've ever seen in right field. As they're going to try and pick it off, and he just threw that one into the outfield and trying for the 3rd bag and achieving it. Hayes Atkins. Another one on the base paths. It was maybe an ill-advised throw in a 2-strike count. And Reyes has pitched really well. I know he's in scoring position, but now if one skips away, could be a disaster. But the 1-2 to Haynes as Colin hits this one on the ground over to second. That's going to get under the glove, and that's going to score the run. Trojans equalize as Colin Haynes pokes that one through the infield, got right under the glove of the second baseman, Preston Figueroa, and we have a tie ball game, what should have been the end of the 4th inning. Ben Waisman reaches on a strikeout. But now the 2-out rally continues as that is chopped couple of feet in front of the circle, and that's going to be a foul ball. Brady Fleming now at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the flyout. No balls and a strike. Fleming looking to keep this inning going. Both teams have scored now in the fourth. As this one, similar result, but going backwards. Now 0-2. It's been that kind of game. Isaiah Cancino singled to lead off the fourth, and then a pair of fielder's choices as that one's hit hard through the infield under the glove of the pitcher. Each guy moving up one bag. Haynes to second, Fleming to first, and the Trojans have a little thing going here with 2 outs. Now Cancino led off in a fielder's choice. And a passed ball. Got Cancino to second and then third. And then on a grounder to shortstop, Como wanted to go home with a throw. He had time. If the throw was on the line, it would have been out, but instead he sailed it. A run came home. And now Anderson, as this one skied in the air to center field and caught for out number 3. Cancino there as Trevino flies out. But damage done. Anderson able to tie this game. It was Ben Weisman who struck out. Then Olvera, the ball got away from him. He thought it got behind him, but it stayed in front. So as Olvera was looking for the ball, Weisman gets to first base on the strikeout. They put a pinch runner in for him, Atkins. Atkins steals second. The ball gets away from the catcher again. Atkins goes to third. And just a little shot through the infield. Colin Haynes got it right under the glove of the second baseman. And that ties the game. So both teams pitching very well, not defending the best. And we've got a 1-1 ball game. Ben Weisman struck out to end the inning and then became the first run of the ball game. The same at bat, rather the same inning. It'll be the bottom of the order due here for Cedar Creek. Weisman back out on the mound for another inning of work. Preston Figueroa will come to the plate. Arturo Rodriguez, the left fielder, will hit second, and Joseph Moreno, the DH, will be hitting third in this inning. Then back to the top of the order. Beauty of a breaking ball. Had Figueroa fooled. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Weisman really owned that at bat. Brings Rodriguez to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Another beautiful breaking ball from Weisman. It's a ball and a strike now to Rodriguez. That one hit on the ground. Weisman, good job fielding that one. He'll jog over to first, flip it over underhand to Fleming for round number 2. It's the second time Cedar Creek has grounded out right back to Ben Weisman. First time it happened was back in the 3rd inning. It was this batter right here, Joseph Moreno. Final out of this 3rd inning. One hit hard foul. Nice job, first base coach. Scooping that thing up. We'll flip it back to Weisman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Weisman's 1-2. Got him, looking strike 3. Good morning, afternoon, and good night. A 1-2-3 top of the 5th inning for Ben Weisman. We head now to the bottom of the 5th. Could we be in store for a bottom of the 7th? I don't think Anderson's seen a bottom of the 7th yet this season in district play. But trying to break the tie. They will have 9-1-2 coming to the plate. 9-1-2, a combined 1 for 5 today. As I said earlier in the broadcast, this is a triple dipper this week. We'll be on the road at Cedar Creek, 7 o'clock first pitch time for our second game of the week. And then, third game, Saturday, March 29th at Dripping Springs at Tigers Field. 1 o'clock first pitch for that. We will be in attendance. Dipping our toe into the non-district pool. Of course, Dripping Springs, a familiar foe, was a district opponent for some of the guys that were on the team from last season. So, Paez, Como, Beggart, Weisman, all those guys have played Dripping Springs a good deal. I'm sure, all the JV guys were on JV as well last season. But here we go. It's Colson leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th. As Laddie Reyes starts him off with the ball. Reyes has been excellent, as has Weisman. It's been a real pitcher's duel. Had a close one the first time they played Lhasa. Ended up winning that one 2-0. Complete game shutty for Ben Weisman. But now Colson steps back into the box looking at 3 balls, no strikes. Getting the leadoff man aboard would go a long way here for Anderson. Is that one in there for strike 1? The 3-1. That one hit in the air out to right, tailing, and that one going to drop in for a base hit. Colson digging around first. He'll head to second. And he is aboard with a stand-up lead-off double here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. He's swinging on that 3-1 pitch. And that was kind of, it was both a race against the line down there, the foul territory out in right field, and the right fielder. Because Figueroa was charging over at that thing. He was stretching his arm out. Is Como going to lay down the bunt? Gets it down perfectly, and a little bit of small ball there. Connor Como, the sacrifice bunt. That's a productive out. Brings Paez to the plate. Derek, 1 for 2. But yeah, the right fielder Figueroa chasing after that one as it was dying and dying, and then the ball kept tailing and tailing further towards foul territory and ends up dropping in for both. And there's a base hit, and the Trojans have the lead. Derek Paez strikes. Judea Colson comes home, and the Trojans have a 2-1 lead. As Ben Hatcher comes to the plate. Cole. The 1-0 misses outside for Cole. James. Last time he was at the plate in the 4th inning, a little pop fly out to right field. Shallow right. But now comes to the plate with a runner on. It's Ben Hatcher representing Derek Paez. The 3-0. In there, strike one called. As Laudy Reyes has pitched very well. Trojans is getting to him a little bit in this inning. The 3-1 is fouled off. The count goes full for James Cole. For both these pitchers, the defenses around him not doing them all the favors in the world. The 3-2. Is that one hit on the ground? That's going to be a tough play as this one rolls slowly to third, and Cole beats that one out. The throw was dropped anyway. That one just hit the grass and died a little bit and rolled slowly to Ibarbo. He had to charge up on it. And by the time he got to it, he was never going to make that throw. So unlike the first time James Cole reached on a ground ball to not leave the infield, I'm very sure that that one is ruled a hit. The other one, probably an E6. But all counted as a multi-hit game. Classic Jeopardy music during the meeting at the mound. Funny every time. But Laudy Reyes, see if he stays in the game. It's a pretty thin bench for Cedar Creek. And the ball will stay in Reyes' hand. As runner goes, a beautiful throw, but it gets away from the third baseman, and that will score another run. Coming home is Ben Hatcher. That was Derek Paez. Derek, of course, will be able to come back into the game. That one hit up in the air and out of play. Cole stayed put at second. And this one cued off the end of the bat. That's a live ball. Stayed fair. There was Rosales in the unassisted put out. Beggart grounds out for the second out of the inning. But that time, Cole is able to advance. So Ben Weisman, once again, in a position to try and give himself another insurance run. Big cut at the first pitch. It's 0-1. That's another example of it. I mean, the pop and the throw to get Hatcher at third base was right there, and it was on the money. I think Hatcher would have been out, but just taking his eyes off of it for a moment was Mikey Libarbo. It skips into left field. Another run scores. That's 2 runs that definitely shouldn't have come across for Anderson that did. And by definitely shouldn't, I mean if the routine plays were made. The 2-1. That one chopped foul, goes 2-2. I mean, the first run of the game that Anderson scored, it was Ben Weisman striking out and getting aboard because Cedar Creek, the ball got away from Roman Olvera. So it's been that kind of game for Cedar Creek. As the 2-2. That one's downstairs. Count goes full, and for Ben Weisman, the same thing. Anderson throwing the ball around the infield a little too much, and the only run of the game for Cedar Creek comes home as a result. 3-2. That one outside, ball 4. The inning moves along as Colin Haynes comes to the plate. Colin Haynes 1 for 2 on the day. Back in the 4th inning, drove in the first run of the ball game for Anderson to tie things at 1 apiece. And another pinch runner in the inning here. It's going to be Hayes Atkins. There's a runner going to go, and hey, that'll work. The throw into the outfield. A run's going to come home to score. It looked like Atkins kind of held up. That makes it a 4-1 ball game, and Anderson with a big crooked number here and in a low-scoring game. It's absolutely what the doctor ordered. But now it's 1-1 to Colin Haynes. And with Atkins moving up after the Weisman walk, a runner back in scoring position for Colin Haynes as Cole able to score on the throwdown. Now I'm thinking about it, I understand what Atkins was trying to do. We'll get to it in a minute. The 2-1. That one hit high in the air, and that's staying into shallow territory. This is going to be a tough play, and that's going to drop in fair. That is a fair ball that just dropped in between a diamond of Eagle defenders, and that's a run scored. That's not even a bloop single for Colin Haynes. That's a dive bomb. I don't even know. Hit that one so high in the air. Having a hard time getting to it was Eric Rosales. And then Figueroa just had too far of a way to go at second base. And then the other Figueroa, Peyton Figueroa, out in right field. Just that was too far to go for him as well. It drops in right on the edge of fair territory, much like the the Judea Colson double to start the inning. But now it's 2-0 to Brady Fleming. So that one hit in the air. This is going to be another tough play, kind of in that right field diamond, but Figueroa able to race up from right field and make the catch. But hey, the damage is done. The Trojans plate 4 without really hitting the ball particularly hard. It has just been that kind of game. The ball's dinking and dunking everywhere. Routine plays in the wind get a little trickier. But the Trojans put 4 on the board. That makes it a 5-1 ball game. And now, maybe a bit of a sigh of relief for Ben Weisman coming back out for inning number 6. The way I count it, 4 hits in the inning and a walk for Anderson. A little bit of trickiness on the base paths, but what I think was happening, I think it was cold at third Waisman was at first, but it was Hayes Atkins running. And he stole second and was waiting for the throw. As he was taking off for second, Cole takes off for home. Atkins kind of held up to make sure that the run would score before he could be tagged out at second. But then the ball skipped into the outfield, so it ended up being all right for Atkins. He was able to take safe. So basically, I think he was willing to sacrifice an out for a run. It would have ended the inning, but if you timed it correctly, the run would come home before he was tagged out, and that run would count. But instead, it got into the outfield. The Trojans got a couple extra runs out of it. Now it's 5-1. I was a little confused when I saw him hold up initially. I was like, buddy, you're 4/5 of the way to the bag. You can't change your mind now. Remember earlier I was bringing up this odd little scoreboard to the right of our main scoreboard. It has time on it. It says home 5, guest 1, and then for the half, it says 6. So obviously that's a home score, inning, and away score. But still, what would you ever need to time on a baseball field? I don't know I don't understand cricket. I will fully admit that. Is it something with that? But Waisman already ahead here, 0-2 on the leadoff man. As that one skips away in the dirt. And it's now 1-2 to Isaiah Cancino, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Scored the only run of the inning here for Cedar Creek, of course. The evening. As watches that one in, it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking double NFL moves. First, Russell Wilson, now Stephon Diggs, Patriots. But there's a 2-2 that misses. Three balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. Encino doesn't like the call, but he's headed back to the dugout now, and 1 down here in the bottom or the top of the 6th. And all of a sudden, things becoming very dire for Cedar Creek after entering the bottom of the 4th, or the bottom of the 5th, tied 1-1. And all of a sudden, they're down to their last 5 outs. So the end of these high school baseball games can really creep up on you. If you're used to been watching a lot more college baseball, of course, at the start of the season. The 1-2. Is that one hit high in the air to left? A couple Trojans converging on it, and it's going to be James Cole that races over and makes the catch for out number 2. Brings Borrego to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But he did, bat in isn't the word, but he put the ball in play and a run scored as a result. Grounded to short. And an aggressive play. Como tried to go home instead of taking the force at first to try and get the run. The throw was off the mark. And a run scored. At the time making it 1-0 Cedar Creek. Now a 3-0 hole Waisman finds himself in. The 3-0 pitch. That one in there, strike 1 called. Waisman comes set, the 3-1 pitch, and he didn't go around on that one. A late appeal there from Paez. And a runner aboard on balls. That's the second walk of the game given up by Ben Weisman. As Olvera strikes this one and sends it out to center field, drifting back and making the catch is Judea Colson for out number 3. So nothing comes across the plate. Nothing even reaches scoring position for Cedar Creek. It's just a walk given up. Only the third base runner given is seated by Ben Weisman, the fourth base runner, as of course, excuse me, Borrego reached on a fielder's choice. Oh, you get real dusty sitting at these games. As everyone's sliding in the dirt, the wind's always blowing straight in. I've got a little layer of dust on my laptop here. Got dirt filling up the creases in my hands. And very clearly dirt in the throat. But I brought water, so we're feeling all better. New pitcher. It's Isaiah Cancino here for Cedar Creek. Reyes in line for the loss here. Seven hits given up from him in the ball game. Cancino was in center field, and it looks like they're just going to replace. Yeah, we're just swapping positions. Laudy Reyes leaves the mound, heads to center field, and coming to first, or rather coming to the one position, the pitcher, Isaiah Cancino. And the first batter that he will face for Anderson will be Brady Fleming, bottom of the order due up here for Anderson, 7-8-9. Looking to tack on an extra hit of insurance run. Of course, I mean, you are up 4. Nobody filing into the ballpark yet. Not sure if we have our 7:30 game after this. This is customary. Oh, there's a bus. Spoke too soon. Bus pulled into view right as I was talking. Bellavia coming to the plate instead. Brady Fleming being pinch hit for. We know Dom started a few games here for Anderson in district play. Off the pine here today as he chops this one. This is going to be another tough play. And charging up and slipping under the glove of the third baseman. As Barbo couldn't quite make the play. And that's going to be an infield single for Bellavia. Colson, he will hit. As Judea led off in the 5th, got that big inning going. And for Reyes, I mentioned he gave up 7 hits. 4 of them were in the 5th inning. So the Trojans finally got to him. That second time. Second time for Colson, the third time through the order for the rest of the Trojans. But now 0-1 to Colson. as Isaiah Cancino on the mound now for the Eagles. For Cedar Creek. Is this one bunted on the ground? Colson, they're going to go second, and the throw is wide. Bellavia going to pop up from second and dig on his way to third, and he will be there standing up. And another free bag on a throwing error. This time, Cancino has nobody to blame but himself. So a fielder's choice and a throwing error on the pitcher as Colson reaches first base. Bellavia moves up to third. Brings the lefty Connor Como, and he hits this one high in the air to right field. Figueroa lost it, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Como right on the heels of Colson. Connor going to stay standing up. Colson going to be held up at third. One run comes home. That's Bellavia, and it's a 6-1 ball game. Como cranked that one high into the air, and Figueroa looks like he just lost it because he had a beat on it. Didn't land too far away from him. It's just sort of that time of the day, and it's a very cloudy out in that direction, in the light and in the clouds, and all the dust flying through the air as we have in Austin as of late. Now runners second and third as Paez falls off the first pitch he sees here. The air quality is moderate, for the record. Air quality's at a 54, of course. The 0-1. Paez hits this one. That'll get down. A run will score. Como being waved around. 2 runs will score. And it's a 2-out single. Or it's a 2 RBI no-out single for Derek Paez and the Trojans have an 8-1 lead. Jack Shockett. He will run here for Paez. Cole to the plate. Cancino back to the mound. As Cole hits this one off the end of the bat, that's going to drop in, and Shockett going to head for second and stay there. Cole just kind of poked that one over the infield, kind of off the edge of the bat. Brings Beggert to the plate. Beggert's 0 for 3 on the day, but he comes to the plate as the offense is rolling a little bit. Trojans have 3 straight hits, 4 in the inning. Beggert watches that one in there for strike 2. Trojans have 4 hits in the inning, and the other batter, as they've sent 5 to the plate, reached on an error. Colson grounded it back to the pitcher, but then the pitcher trying to go to second, threw it into center field. As Beggert hits this one in the air out to center field, playable. The runners will hold up, and that's the new center fielder Laudy Reyes, replacing Cancino in center. He just swapped positions, but will be a fly out to center field for out number 1. Now Ben Hatcher comes to the plate. Ben Seen him on the base paths a couple times today. He will hit for the pitcher, Weisman. Let's see what the Trojans do in the top of the 7th if we get there. The Trojans going Ben for Ben. As Hatcher hits this one in the air, it's a pop-up on the infield. We got the infield fly rule in there for out number 2. Second baseman number 4, Colin Haynes. Is there now 2 down? Haynes can end it with 1 swing here. But a hitter of his profile and a breezy day when the wind's blowing in, it's going to be tough to do. But a ball and a strike. As Haynes comes back to it. The 1-1. As that one skips away, the runners will stay put. Didn't get far enough away from Olvera, but now 2 balls and a strike for Colin Haynes. That one hit in the air, playable. Just a step or 2 off the infield and making the catch at shortstop for out number 3. We head to the 7th. Trojans able to send home 3 runs. 4 hits in the inning for Anderson. Also being helped out by the Cedar Creek defense. But a good job settling in for Cancino after getting hit pretty hard by 4 of the first 5 batters he faced. He got 3 straight balls in the air and 3 straight outs. Owen Thomas. As after the long layoff and comfortable lead, Ben Weisman's night will be over. Weisman finishes the day with 7 strikeouts, gave up 2 walks, 1 hit, and 1 run scored. Although the run, I do not earned. Looks like one of the opponents in this next game of the doubleheader will be McCallum. So folks are sticking around. You can get another glimpse of the district action. Coming up here in the top of the 7th inning, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Cedar Creek Eagles. Last-ditch effort. So we are in the top of the 7th inning. Anderson looking to make it 5-0 in district play. Cedar Creek in danger of slipping beneath 500. I believe for the first time in district play. They started 2-0, now sitting at 2-2. The 0-1. Thomas's pitch backs him up. Owen in the game. To try and close us out on a Tuesday. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 foul back to me. These metal fences here. No, I guess if you build a metal fence one time 50 years ago, you don't have to keep replacing nets. The 2-2. Just talking to my dad about these facilities. 3-2. That one is going to be not quite through the infield. Como is there and fielding it on a hop for an out. I thought there was no chance, but Connor Como flashing the leather, showing off why he's a name you need to know. There's one down after the web gem here in the top of the 7th. Both of my parents graduates of Westwood High School back in the mid-'80s. Dad was asking me where I do where they have the games, and we like Nelson and Berger. He was like, "Oh, have those been updated?" And I said, "I don't think so." He said, "Those stadiums were old in the '80s." I said, "I'm kind of getting that vibe." I like to say rustic. It's a shame Anderson has a hard time getting games in at the home park because finished the season at Anderson High School last season against Austin High. It was a fantastic little place to enjoy a baseball game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They've been renovating the press box down at the Berger football stadium. Berger Field, a familiar place for the Trojans. That one waved at by Figueroa. He's down 0-1. But we'll be getting out to some nice facilities out at Cedar Creek in the Bastrop area on Friday. As that one swung on and missed 0-2. The baseball stadium right off the highway. 71 heading east. And we'll be there for a 7 o'clock first pitch. In game 2 of this, our first of 3 games this week for Trojan baseball on Vype. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Owen Thomas sends him down in order in his closing inning here in the 7th, and that will do it for us here at Nelson Field. The Anderson Trojans improving to 5-0 on the district season with an 8-1 winning, and it was closing time for Owen Thomas. Ooh, I was wrong. Maynard Newtek, one of the opponents in our next game, so not McCallum. But Ben Weisman, as usual, was tremendous on the mound. A couple of nice pieces of hitting from James Cole. Derek Paez swung the bat well tonight. Judea Colson with a nice double to get things kicked off in the 5th inning to spark that big 4-run rally for the Trojans. Ended up tacking on 3 more in the 6th, but really broke things open in a very tight pitching duel of a ball game there in the 4th. But Ben Weisman in line for the win. He went 6 full innings. Also was able to pick up a walk, and I believe it was Ben Hatcher, came around to score a run as a result, as acting as pinch running for Weisman. So a great day for the two-way player, Connor Como, flashing leather there in the 7th inning. An all-around good ball game for your Anderson Trojans, and they pick up the victory 8-1 here live from Nelson Field. Our next time we will be on 7 o'clock, first pitch, live from Cedar Creek High School in Cedar Creek, Texas, which is, of course, you learned tonight, a place, a census-designated place. It's not a town, it's not a village, it's a place. And we will be at that place, and we will be happy to have you join us once again before our Saturday matinee against Dripping Springs, but that'll do it for us here tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in a couple of days. An 8-1 victory for your Trojans. Want to thank everybody from the Trojan Booster Club, keeping us, getting this thing going this season. Been having a lot of fun. We'll be here. I will be here all 3 games this week. So I want to thank Skylar Gillespie, my QA, for keeping an eye on things back in the Vype studios, making sure nothing caught on fire and everything stayed on the air. The technical director, Suna Venkat, who makes all the lovely graphics that you see here, and without whom I don't think we'd get a single one of these broadcasts on the air. And you for listening. My name is Jack Farrell. It's always fun getting this one in, a quick one. Hour and 40 minutes or so here live from Nelson Field. The Trojans get the victory. Going to go ahead and sign off for now. We'll be back on a Friday as we've got another one coming up next. New Tech and I'm not sure who else, but they're playing right now here at Nelson Field. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Hope you all have a great night, a great rest of your week, and we will see you live to kick off your weekend. And Major League Baseball season will be underway. Ladies and gentlemen, it is baseball season. And you have been watching Trojan Baseball on Vype. We will see you on